Hey guys, Terminator here from the Platinum Trophy, bringing you a quick trophy roadmap guide for Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today I'm joined by one of my good friends, Yum No Me. Hey Yum.
Hey, how's it going?
He's just recently finished his Platinum playthrough of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Unfortunately, I've only had a short amount of time with the game, as you can see here on the screen. 4% completion, only 3 trophies, and that's just from playing for a couple of hours. So I can't talk too authoritatively on the title. So I've brought my friend along here who can. We've had a few comments over the last couple of weeks of people asking for information about Ghost Recon, so I think a lot of people are playing it at the moment and wondering whether or not it is an easy platinum. As you can see here on PSN profiles, 1,800 people have played the game. No, it is 18,546 people have played the game, with only 2,000 platinum achievers, making an 11% platinum. We've got 44 trophies, 1 platinum, 3 golds, 8 silvers, and 32 bronze trophies. As you can see here, the PSN profile's most difficult trophies are buying all the upgrades, finding all the documents, discovering all legends, and bought all drone-related upgrades. That's just sort of how it's skewed in terms of difficulty towards the platinum, which may not necessarily be accurate, which is why I've brought sort of an expert along. What I'm going to do is I'm just flicking across to PlayStationTrophies.org, where we've got a guide up here saying the game is about a 3 out of 10 difficulty, and it's going to take you between 36 and 50 hours, which is a pretty massive time gap, to be honest. So, Yum, if you want to take it away and sort of talk about your experience with the Platinum, how long it took you and how you tackled it, and then maybe we'll go through some of the standout trophies and just sort of discuss around them.
For my Platinum, I spent 80 hours in the game, but a lot of that was doing some story missions for people that I met online. So you can definitely get it in a shorter amount of time than that. I think about 40-50 hours is probably what it will take most people. The story is going to take up a large chunk of that, and also doing side missions. But other than that, a lot of time is going to be spent getting resources for upgrading your skills, and for going around the map and getting all the collectibles. Story, it's broken down into 4 operations, and each of the areas on the map has a boss for one of those operations. So you take down 4 of the bosses of the regions for one operation, let's say security, and then once you've killed 2 of those 4, that unlocks the underboss, which you can kill, and then when you do 4 out of 4, that will unlock the boss of that operation. And essentially, to complete an operation, you have to kill all 4 of the under guys, the underboss, and the boss, and then you do that for all the regions. For the side missions, you need to do one of every type of side mission, and there are a few of different types on the map. So there's like vehicle drop-off, guns for hire, mortar, division, and spotting, and those are also related to rebel upgrades, which are skills you can use calling in rebels to do some work for you. And you also, the rebel missions will give you resources which you'll need to upgrade your skills. Skill points, which are given to you when you level up, and also it's a collectible on the map. So you have to go around and collect skill points. And then once you have enough skill points to unlock a skill, you also need resources, and there are 4 types of resources like gasoline, food, and etc. And each skill you unlock will have a number of skill points you need and a number of resources you have to spend to unlock that. It will be the last thing you do, which is probably why many people haven't unlocked it. The collectibles, when you go to a region the first time, you'll see little icons with an exclamation mark on them, little white icons. You'll want to go to those places, and probably the first thing you want to do is press up on the D-pad, which will show you where the collectibles are on that area of the map. And there are multiple types of collectibles. There are documents and legends, and those are sorted together. They look like a piece of paper, a paper icon on the map. And then there's also medals, which those will give you some skills for the skill tree. Then there's also skill points, which is another one. And then the last one, it will show you weapon parts and weapons that you can collect as well.
So that's definitely going to take a bit of your time up. We've got some miscellaneous trophies, but just before we go into those, the online trophies, I know there's only 2 of them.
Yes. The first one is Teamwork, which is just complete 3 story missions with another player. So that should be pretty easy to get. Just go online and you can just knock it out once you do some missions. And the next one is called Finish the Job, which is killed an enemy in close combat that was hurt by another one. So essentially what you want to do is, once you've been discovered and the enemies are on alert, you want your teammate to shoot him but not kill him, and then you go up to the enemy he shot and do a close combat takedown. Both of those I earned without going for them when I was just playing online, so it's possible that can happen to you as well.
Okay, cool. And the miscellaneous trophies, that rounds out the rest of the list. There's a few things on here that are a little bit unusual or unique.
I'll read off some of the easy ones. There's one called Fearless, which is skydiving 10 times, which you'll just get it naturally because you'll be going around by helicopter a lot, and there'll be times where you just jump out of it instead of landing it. There's also Road Warrior, which is drive for 100 kilometers, and that's cumulative, so across multiple vehicles, and if you drive in the game, you'll just unlock that organically as well. There's one which you might have to think about doing, and that's take out a sniper with a pistol. So around the edge of a base, there'll be sniper towers. You pretty much just walk up the stairs with a pistol and then just shoot them. There's also 2 trophies, one for marking 100 enemies with the drone and one for marking enemies with binoculars. You'll get the drone naturally because that's just a tool that you use to play the game. But the binoculars one, you probably won't use the binoculars because the drone's a much more effective way of doing that. So you have to consciously use your binoculars instead of your drone just for a bit till you get 100 enemies. There's also another one that you'll probably get organically, and that's just melee when it's nighttime. There's a day-night cycle, and when it's night, if you sneak into a base and take down an enemy, you'll get that will unlock. When you upgrade your drone, one of the upgrades will turn it into an explosive drone, and as soon as you've unlocked that skill, you just use that and kill an enemy by blowing up the drone and taking the enemy out. There's another one, destroying a generator with C4. There are power generators around in some of the bases, so when you find one, you can just put C4 on it and blow it up. And if you haven't been alerted, that will alert the base. So, but if you clear out a base so there's no one on it and put it on a generator with no enemies around, that's fine as well. And if someone shut off the generator, at least when I got it, you could still attach C4 to a shutdown generator and it's still counted. Another one is hit a target more than 400 meters away. So for this one, you want to mark enemy, and then you want to go back about 400 meters. You'll need a sniper rifle with a fairly decent scope. You'll unlock a sniper quite early in the game, like at the end of maybe the first mission even. And for that, you want to line up with the enemy, and then you probably want to go about maybe a centimeter or 2 above where he is, because there is a bit of bullet drop in this game. And some of the harder ones, or ones that could easily be missed, are Deadly Curious, which is interrogate 20 sources. When you see the white icon on the map with the exclamation mark, and when you hover over them and it says it's a lieutenant, that's an opportunity for an interrogation. An interrogation is when you just grab them and get some information from them. If you're playing online, you might miss it if your co-op players do all the interrogations and you miss out. But there is a story mission called The Death Truck in the San Mateo area, which you can just keep replaying till you get your 20 interrogations. Another one that's a little bit difficult is shooting an enemy chopper out with a mortar strike. And a mortar strike is one of the rebel ops, and you can upgrade that. And if you upgrade it, it gives the mortar a larger area. And the easiest way of doing that is finding a rebel side mission for a supply helicopter. And what you do is you shoot someone, or shoot the ground to alert the guys that you're there, and generally the captain will take off in the helicopter, and as soon as you see the commander running to the helicopter, you order a mortar strike on that helicopter, and that should take it down as soon as he gets in the air. And then there's another 2, which is kill 7 enemies with a single C4 blast and kill 7 enemies with a single mine. You can get these, there are multiple ways of getting these. There's one mission called Deserter in the Montauk region, which has 7 guys around an area, and then you'll use lures to get them all to walk to one spot. Then once they're all in one spot, you throw a flashbang to blind them. Then you can run in there, drop your mine or C4, and then step back. For the C4, you can just blow it up by pressing L1, or you can shoot the mine, and that should take down 7 enemies. I had a bit of trouble doing it that way. So another mission is called Salazar in the Tabacal region, and that's a convoy. And what you do is you block the road off, and then once the convoy comes to you, you can use an EMP strike, an EMP drone rather, to stop the cars from moving, and then sneak in and put in a C4 or a mine between 2 of the cars, then shoot it, and that will blow up both of the cars, including the 7 or 8 people inside. I also had a little bit of trouble with that, so there's a sort of cheap way of getting that one, and that is to get 2 cars, or have a friend and drive a car, and you drive a car, and go around sneaking up on enemies and grabbing them, and then putting them in the car. And you can collect 7 enemies. You can put one in the boot, so that you can have 4 per car. And then once those enemies are in the car, you can put a C4 or a mine between those cars, shoot the car, which will blow up the cars and killing those enemies. That's far by the easiest way of getting those 2 trophies. And probably one more thing about, at the end, the last trophies will be all the skills, which you'll need a lot of resources for. The best way of doing that is finding convoys that have 5,000 of a resource. And the easy way to quickly take those down is to use an EMP to stop the convoy, then destroy the truck, the 2 gunner trucks, with a grenade or something, and then going up and tagging the resources. Do be careful when you are using grenades or anything like that, because if you blow up the convoy, you'll only get half the resources that are available.
Cool. I think that rounds out everything with the Ghost Recon Wildlands roadmap. If there's anything we've missed in here, I can add it in the description below. But thank you very much, Yum, for coming along. Appreciate your time.
Cool. Thanks for listening.
And thanks, guys, for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if this kind of roadmap content on games like this is helpful for you. I know that some of you have been asking for this kind of thing, and I'm not really sure how to present it just yet, so just trying a few different ideas. But comments are always welcome. Anyway, thank you very much. Terminator out.